Hello people of YouTube, my name is JD Shadow. The game in the background is Witcher 3 of course, but the reason why you're seeing this is because I am repurposing this particular video clip because I forgot, being the idiot that I am, to turn on the record sound option on Dextry, so it didn't record any of the game sound on this particular episode. So I have to re-record everything that I did in that particular video clip. So I'm just gonna use this to put in the background so you can see what I did and put some other music there because, yeah, it doesn't particularly matter what I put up here because I'm gonna talk to you as far as a blog is concerned because I want to discuss a few things concerning reaction videos and concerning my personal situation with reaction videos. Let's first talk about me as a personal aspect. Now, in case you are not aware, in case you have not heard my reactions and the way I do reactions is the same way that I do them when I'm off camera. They're a bit sarcastic, they're a bit of snark, and yeah, I do employ a good bit of that, and it is just something that I employ a good bit of, and I probably said that a lot within the past 2 seconds. But the issue is that because of this, because I have a degree of snark to me, some people might be assuming that I do not like the series that I am reacting to. And because of that, they might say that I'm not interested in the reaction and I'm just doing it just for the lulz, or maybe just for the money, or just for the fame, or what have you. That couldn't be any further from the truth. If you have seen me when I'm not on camera, when I'm not recording reactions, it's the same way to the shows that I absolutely enjoy. And no doubt, if I'm reacting to a series episode by episode, I'm continuing on with the series, I am enjoying it. If I don't like a series, I just won't do it. This is it. I just don't want to do it, so I won't do it. It's just as simple as that. If you don't enjoy something, then you just don't do it. Now, there is a admission that I can make in that sometimes it is a lot more overwhelming to know that somebody is watching you and the camera is on you and you're gonna post it up to have a lot of people go and watch it. And because of that, there is a higher degree of nerves that comes into play, and you might be wondering, why is that a thing? Why is that something that bothers you in a way? It is because, and this went right into the Sailor Moon Crystal reactions, and no doubt is probably gonna come into me in some way when the new episodes come out in April. It is because there are certain things that I can say to a scene, and then I was like, well, you know what, the camera's on me, and some people might not like what I could say. Some people might not like the sarcasm that I could employ. Some people might not like the jokes that I could say. Because it is a bit of a sensitive time right now. It's a bit of a sensitive understanding of how some people can take a joke. Some people can really get offended at the littlest of things, and I wish that wasn't the case, but sometimes that is just how things are. And when you have that camera on you, and when you know you're gonna have to put this up there, or when you know you want to put this up there for millions of people to see, or, well, I wish millions of people saw my content, but maybe the hundreds of people that do come and watch my channel and watch my videos, that is a degree of pressure, because as much as you love the series, as much as you love doing reactions, as much as you love doing the videos, you still are under the understanding that, yeah, that camera is on you. And I think a lot of reactors in the back of their mind are like that. They can get a little nervous. That is a added degree of pressure, even though they love doing it. Sometimes they do crack, and sometimes they do get nervous, and that's just human. That's just how people are. It's just how people will be, and it doesn't matter who you are. You're always going to get a degree of nervousness. You're always going to get a degree of pressure, because yeah, that is something that's going to be seen by a lot of people. And it's just something that you have to put in the back of your mind, but it's still in the back of your mind. Now, even when I say that, there might be some people out there that can do it, that can just completely forget that you are recording. But I can't really zone out the way that some people do because of me worrying a lot about what people will think about my videos, what people will think about what I say, what people will think about the quality, or about things like that. And sometimes that comes to a fault of my own, but I think with the mindset that I have had had, perhaps that is something that I might need to work on in future videos to where I could just relax and just do it. And it is because of that that I want to make sure that they are of the highest quality, and I do the best that I can with the post-production and the editing and all of that of the video. Added to the fact that you are putting it out there to millions of people, and it is the internet, and you know what happens on the internet. You are going to get your degree of trolls, you're going to get your degree of people who will never forgive you for that little bit of thing that you said like 10 years ago or whatever. You have that degree of pressure as well, and sometimes that does get to you, and it has gotten to me on some occasions, and I wish it wasn't that way. I'm going to work in order to stop that from happening. I just want to record videos. I just want to do what I do, I think, to the best of my ability, and I want to do it for fun, and I also want to make sure that for the people who want to watch the videos that they get the best that I can give them. But I just want to say that me being sarcastic about a particular anime, whether it be Sailor Moon Crystal, whether it be Log Horizon, Kill la Kill, Madoka Magica, or Miraculous Ladybug, it doesn't mean that I don't like the show. It is the exact opposite. I'm just a person that likes to do that sort of thing on and off camera. That's just how I am. This is who I be in a way. And hopefully you guys, those people who thought that I was just talking down to the anime or whatever, can understand that, okay, it's just who this person is, it's just who this reactor can be, and it is okay to have a different personality. It's a different set of circumstances. You react the way that you want to react. Not everybody is going to have those facial expressions. Not everybody is going to have those type of things when they view a show or a movie, whatever. They react by saying something. They react by being verbal about it, and that's just how I react. I react in a verbal way. I react in a shocked way. Sometimes the expressions do happen. You have seen me react in that sort of way. Like on the episode 6 of Miraculous Ladybug on Pharaoh, or at least episode 6 by Nickelodeon standards. We don't know the exact production number, or at least I don't, of that particular episode, but when I realized that they were going straight into lore aspects, I was like, holy hell, that is awesome, and I was like extremely shocked that they went into that aspect of the backstory, into the lore of the series, and it is something that I personally and genuinely want to see more of. I want to see more of that particular aspect of the series, and by all standards, we're going to get it. We're going to get the origin episode, not right away in America, but we're going to eventually see it. And that is something I cannot wait to see. But you did see my genuine shot reaction face, and you did see me actually hold up my hands and like, oh my god, they are going there. I really did enjoy that episode. But I do normally react in a verbal way. I do have facial expressions and I do show them, but I usually do react, as I said, by saying something. I do say what is on my mind when that happens. I'm not very quiet when it comes to that sort of thing. Like when you saw my reaction to the reveal of Chibi Yusa from Sailor Moon Crystal being 900 years old, I was like, wait, what? 900 years old? And she's that small? What the hell? And that was a genuine reaction, but I like to talk in a sarcastic way because that's just how I am, that's just how I react. So hopefully you guys understand that, and hopefully that did not take away from people wanting to watch my videos, because I would hate to see a style of reaction be the reason why you guys don't want to watch, and I don't want to make people think that I am just faking reactions, and I don't do that. I don't like to do that, and I am just talking it down, or whatever phrase you want to use for that. I know that's not the best phrase in the world to describe the situation one person may have to it, but hopefully that will make you better understand just how I operate and will better let you into how I work. And maybe you react in the same way. Maybe you've seen somebody react in a more verbal way. Maybe you've seen somebody react to a show or a movie or a book or whatever in a way that doesn't employ any kind of facial reactions. Maybe they like to talk as well. Maybe they like to be verbal about what they feel about the episode. Maybe that's how they react. Maybe that's how they operate. And hopefully that is something that you guys enjoy. Maybe that's something that you, now that you know more about it, maybe you can appreciate it a little bit more. Hopefully you do, because I like to tell you how I feel about an episode. I like to be able to react in a sort of way, but I will work on trying to get the nerves to calm down, the anxiety a complete downer. It can be a complete killjoy, and it can make you wonder, oh, what are people going to say about it? How are people going to react if you say something like this, if you use that joke, if you say that kind of thing? And that brings me to the second thing about the reactions. I have more or less done this in a few reactions, but I haven't really touched upon it. One of my best friends, Luna TK, who is creating her own reaction series of Miraculous Ladybug, and she's doing a tremendous job at it, by the way. You should go watch her right now, well, after you've listened to me ramble on for whatever long it takes for me to get through all of this. She told me that one of the things that sets me apart from other Sailor Moon Crystal reactors, and there's a goddamn good bit of them right now, is that I am more of an adult-oriented reactor. Now, by that, I don't mean that it's more for the older audience. Well, it might be, but not in a sense you might be thinking about. Like, I'm 33 years old and I'm watching this stuff, and I have no shame in admitting that. However, what they mean by that is that I employ a bit of a raunchiness to what I say. I tend to go for adult-oriented humor. I tend to be kind of perverted, kind of gutter-minded, if you will. Talents very well. Let's just say it like that. I was wanting to say something about that. I wanted to say how much it was being just out there. How that woman's talents was just put out there. Then I watched Spunky Bunny and Sailor Boy react to it. I think it was Act 17. And they just came out and said, nice tits. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I was trying to be careful not to say that because I was scared I might offend somebody if I said the word tits or something along those lines, where it's talking about a female's attractiveness because, you know, sensitivities and all. And here's Spunky Bunny and Sailor Boy, both of them laughing at using the word tits, or talking about how well her talents were like. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I could have just said that and no one would care, because apparently somebody who is really loved in the anime reaction scene is actually saying that and not being shy about it. And here I am, not only trying to be shy, but also ultra PC about it. Like, what? So yeah, I tend to think more and more in that you guys don't mind if we go into that field sometimes. Say you guys don't mind if I employ the type of humor or the type of reaction that I want to say, the things that I want to bring up, the things that are on my mind when I watch a particular thing. So here's the thing about Sailor Moon Crystal reactions that are going to happen when the new season starts up on season 3. I am not going to worry anymore about what somebody might think about what I say. Now, of course, I'm not going to go into things like very vulgar things or very vitriolic things. That's not what I'm trying to say here. But something like that, something like when I'm trying to hold off and talk about somebody's assets or somebody's talents, and then I see another reactor just blurt it out without any care. And I'm not faulting them for that, I'm faulting myself because I'm being way too careful, I think. I think I'm being way too worried about what people are going to think if I say certain things. So, you know what? On the Sailor Moon Crystal reactions, I'm just gonna be who I am. And that's just something that people are gonna have to take into account, is that my style is the style that I've always employed, off and on camera. It is just who I am. It's just how I react to things. It's just how it can be for me. And I think people will enjoy it. I think people will enjoy it if they understand where I'm coming from and how I react to things. And I think some people might have thought, oh, he doesn't really like the anime, or he doesn't really enjoy it, or I don't want to watch him because of X or Y reasons or something. And if you don't like me because of an opinion I might have, then that's your fault, not mine. I mean, I talked about the people who were harping over every single little error that ever happened on Sailor Moon Crystal, and yes, I understand that some things were things that could not be looked over, but some things, okay, we made way too much out of something that was minor and could be overlooked. If you pay attention to the story long enough, you might be able to overlook some of those faults. And me being a gamer, we gamers can overlook some faults in games, and I think that's where I get my mindset from when we talk about errors and stuff like that. But back to the fact that, okay, oh, he has this opinion, I don't want to watch him anymore. Don't do that. Don't do that to any of us reactors. Don't do that to anybody. Because you know what? We are free to have an opinion. We are free to say our piece. Sailor Moon absolutely loved Sailor Venus's attack on Act 18. I was in the minority that didn't exactly find it very appealing. I didn't really get excited over it. I didn't really think it was that good of an attack as far as visualization is concerned. But you know what? That's just an opinion that I have, and you should not punish me, or you shouldn't punish Sailor Moon or Peachy or anybody else who reacted to that in a different sort of way than what you might have reacted to it by not watching any more of the videos. You know what? You should watch some people who might have a different opinion than yourself, because that means that you're getting a lot of different perspectives. When I say you should watch as many of the reactors as you can do within the amount of time you have, that's why, is because you get different perspectives about what other people thought about the episode. Yeah, you go to your favorite reactor, you go to the person who you usually trust, you go to the person who you usually like, but check out some of the other ones as well, because not only does that help that particular channel grow, and if you like, dislike, and comment, remember, likes and dislikes are treated the same way on YouTube's algorithm as to whether or not a video gets higher up in the search ranking. And now that YouTube has changed their whole thing with the tag system, I have no idea why they changed that, but whatever. It is more important than ever that us smaller YouTubers get that fan engagement to grow our content, to grow our channel, so we can get noticed more. And yeah, we do it because we like doing the videos, but the reason we put them out there, the reason we upload them to YouTube, because we want other people to see them, and the more people that engage in our content, the better off we are, because we get to grow our communities. And don't punish one person because they had a different opinion, or because they have a different style of reacting that you might not be accustomed to, or you might not be used to. Give them a chance, give everybody a chance, and engage in other people's videos and make your voice be heard. That helps us to grow, that helps us to improve in our videos, that helps us to just grow our communities more. And yeah, we're gonna have our enemies, everybody does, and I don't like to have enemies, but I'm pretty sure I have them somewhere, and I'm pretty sure that at some point I'll meet those people. But at the end of the day, I am convinced that there are more good people than bad people out there, and more people that will give you that feedback, will give you that engagement, then there are people that will not give that to you, either because they just don't want to, or they just don't feel like they should, or they know how YouTube works as far as videos and find engagement is concerned, and they want to be the complete dicks to you. And I know that might be a very rare occurrence, but I do know there could be those kinds of people out there, and there are horrible people for doing that, but those are a very rare breed in of itself. Now, I'm going to split this into two parts because I took longer than I thought I would as far as talking about my personal ambitions going forward with reaction videos and me explaining myself as how I react to things, because I want to get into something, a sort of idea that has came across because of the controversy that the Fine Brothers went into, and this is something I do want to touch upon, because us anime reactors might have been caught into that unfairly, and unfairly caught into the same group as people who react to other YouTube videos. And I do want to touch upon that because it is something that has bothered me for a while, ever since that Fine Brothers thing went about, and I don't want it to be buried underneath of everything else that's happening as far as a more personal standpoint. So I'm going to end the video here, and when I work on part 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk strictly about the difference, and I think I touched upon this on the WTFU video that I posted up there, and there's more to that story than just that there's other things that have transpired that has either helped the cause or it has actually made the cause even more necessary. But we're going to touch upon what the differences are between somebody who reacts to a YouTube video that someone else independently made and a television show or an anime or something along those lines. I think there's a stark difference between the two, and I want to touch upon that in a separate video. So thank you so very much for taking the time to listen to me ramble on about just what exactly I'm talking about here, and hopefully you understand a little bit more about where I'm coming from, and hopefully those people that had some misconceptions or some misunderstandings about how I reacted to things, maybe now you get a better, clearer understanding, and hopefully that doesn't become a deterrent. Hopefully this didn't become a deterrent to you watching my content or anybody else's content that might have a similar style reaction. Thank you so very much. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and give me your comments and suggestions about how to improve the quality of the content, and what do you think about my ideas to be a little bit less worried about what people think about some of the reactions I might say and what have you. So thank you very much. My name is JD Shadow, and of course that just happened.